welcome to Hatha Vinyasa Flow today. So all you need is a space to move, a mat, and if you have a yoga strap, block, ball available, absolutely grab those, but you don't need those, they're going to be optional. So we're going to get going here shortly. Just give me a moment to turn on our timer. And once again, my name is Shar, and I'm glad you're here. It is a beautiful day. So let's start in the center of your mat, finding your Tadasana. Now remember, for everybody, this is individual. Maybe you need a wide, stable base of support today, and you widen those feet, wider than the hips. Keyword is wide. Or maybe you're looking for that traditional Tadasana. Connect the big toes, then click the heels together like Dorothy. Open your palms, use your glutes to track your knees right out over your ankles. This is your traditional Tadasana. Maybe you'd like to be somewhere in the middle with your feet hip-width apart, toes tracking forward. Extend those palms, open them up, and just start here by softening those knees. Just a gentle pulse into the knees, bending them again right out over the ankles. Press into your feet and go ahead and start to spread your toes, all 10 toes along that floor, along that mat. Opening them up here. Apologies for that beep. That's kind of weird. Let me go ahead and check that out. That shouldn't be beeping like that. All right, I think we got it right here. So back to Tadasana, back to that knee bend, pushing into all corners of your feet, all parts of the feet. Start to feel that grounding, that centering, and then hold the knee bend. Again, spread the toes apart, and maybe this time you peel them up and off the mat, and then you spread them back down along your mat. And try it one more time. Peel them up, stretch that fascia on the bottom of both feet, and then spread those toes. From here, bend your knees deeper. Feel your glutes turn on to keep your knees rotating right out over your ankles. Maybe go a little bit deeper here. And then from here, you're going to lengthen your spine up as long as you can, right up out of your hips. But being mindful that you do not lift the chest panel up as you do this. You want to keep that chest panel nice and shining forward in a neutral position. Then from here, go ahead and relax your wrists and roll your shoulders up. Shrug them really high, send them back, and then slide and glide those shoulders back down. And then try it again. Here we go. Roll those shoulders up, send them back, and then slide and glide those shoulder blades back down. Now you're going to gently squeeze the shoulder blades in towards each other. Now again, it's not enough to lift the chest, just a gentle squeezing of the shoulder blades and a nice neutral chest panel. Let's take those hands and gently bring them to the sides of your ribs, and then just kind of nudge your ribs in towards each other. It's a gentle nudging. Then sliding the hands down, find the lower abs, low obliques, and push out here. So it's a pull-in feeling here and a push-out feeling here. Last but not least, we're going to find those sits bones deep at the base of the glutes. Nudge those in. Now it's not merely clenching your glutes, it's a little bit more subtle. You want to turn on the pelvic floor because that is a vital component of not only the core, but the breath and your spinal stability as well. Once you've got all your dots connected, take that deep breath right here. Inhale. Allow your hands to spread open with that rib cage, then exhale. We're finding a deep cleansing breath with a lateral breathing pattern. Again, inhale. And exhale. Keep going. Inhale. And exhale. All right, so your goal here is to open up the rib cage. Let the belly push out into the sides. Feel the diaphragm stretch along with the stretch of the lungs. And you're going to feel that pelvic floor descend and open up a little. Try it one more time. Inhale. And then exhale. All right, that's your lateral breath. Go ahead and moving up the kinetic chain. Find those shoulder systems. Maybe you press your palms back as you go back to that deep knee bend. Again, pushing the feet, waking up all those intrinsic muscles of the feet. That fascia, turn on and lengthen it out. We're going to do one more each side, and maybe you press your palms back here and hold just a little bit. Just stretch through those pecs. And then take a breath, Urdhva Hastasana. Inhale, and then exhale, and start to find your flow right here. In and out. Keep breathing in and out. 3 3 more here. Pushing the floor, finding that grounding, that centering, deepening your breath. 1 more, inhale. Hands are gonna meet overhead. Press the palms together, spread the fingers apart. Find Anjali Mudra. So Anjali Mudra, your hand position. Yep, you're pressing the palms together, spreading the fingers apart, and then your thumbs just gently rest against your sternal panel. From here, again, that push of the feet in the floor. Shoulders down and back. Squeeze the shoulder blades together gently. Ribs in, obliques out, sits bones in. Deep lateral breath right here. Inhale. Expand, decompress, open up, exhale. Letting go of what you don't need. Try it again. Inhale. And then exhale. Right back to your Tadasana. Go ahead and carefully shake that out just a little to loosen up any muscles that may have tightened. And then we're going to find horse pose here. So with horse pose, really be careful here that you are not over externally rotating. You want to make sure that's just a slight amount of that turnout, that external rotation. It's coming from your hips, primarily your glutes. Up, back, down, ribs in, obliques out, sits bones in. Go ahead and extend your wingspan. Find that T. And then you're going to slide down the back of that imaginary wall. Use your glutes, push your knees out over your ankles. Don't let those knees knock in. And then maybe you're able to bring this just a little bit lower. Push the knees open, take a big, deep lateral breath. Inhale. And exhale, long upright spine, tight active core. Knit your ribs together as much as you can. And let's start to find that goddess flow. Inhale, then exhale down. Deep, mindful breath. Keep breathing here. Inhale. Exhale. Pushing your feet in the floor. Use your glutes, turn them on. They're there to help you push those knees out over the ankles. Keep those knees nice and safe. Just 4 more right here. Inhale and exhale. Just 2. Last one right here. All right, hold. Down and back. Gently squeeze those shoulder blades together. Ribs in, obliques out, sits bones in. Press your palms together. Anjali Mudra. Down a little lower. Now hold for 5. Just 4. Push your knees open. 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and release yourself from that horse pose. Then back to your Tadasana. Down and back. Ribs in. Obliques out. Sits bones in. Push your feet in the floor. Now that simple push of the feet in the floor engages all of the lower body musculature. So push a little more. Then Urdhva Hastasana. Inhale. And then exhale. We're going to find Utkatasana, your fierce pose. Now this one, again, individual. Maybe you have some low back issues. In that case, you're going to want to stay upright and a little bit more lifted. But if that back's okay, go ahead. Keeping your chest upright, shining forward. Lengthen your spine. Send your glutes and your hips down. Ribs in, obliques out, sits bones in. Lengthen. So long line from the crown of the head to the tailbone. And stretch each and every part of that vertebral column. Anjali Mudra, press your palms together. Feel your biceps, your triceps light up. Down and back, squeeze your shoulder blades together again. Tight packed core. And if it's available, bring it down a little lower. Track the knees right over the ankles and breathe. Inhale. And exhale. And then here we go. Start to find another flow. Remember, vinyasa simply means to breathe and to move at the same time. Sounds simple, but in reality, it can be kind of complicated. So deepen your breath, connect it with your movement. And this would be considered Vinyasa Kriya. A krama is more of a progression. We're just flowing here, mindful mobility, thinking about where we're going and what we're doing and how our breath is helping us get there. Inhale and exhale. Let's just do 2 more of these. As deep as you can. With that breath, with that exhale, last one. And then pause, just like you did in horse pose. Down and back, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Draw the shoulders down a little. Ribs in, obliques out, sits bones in. Maybe you can bring it lower. Maybe you need to lift up. Listen to your bodies here. Take another deep breath. Inhale. In your Utkatasana, exhale. All right. Back to Tadasana. Shake it out. And then we're going to find Surya Namaskara, the classical flow. So if you are familiar with this one, feel free to go at your own pace. I will, however, demonstrate this very slow. So we're going to start here at the edge of your mat. Find your Tadasana, shoulders down and back, ribs in, obliques out, sits bones in, soften the knees, push the feet into the floor, Urdhva Hastasana, inhale, and then exhale, swan dive. So hinge, we're going to hinge at the hips, just like you did with that Utkatasana, that fierce. So pause here. Any back pain, lift it up. This may not really be available for you today, but if that back's doing okay, bring it down again. Back to that fierce, that hip hinge. You can grab a block, I'm using a foam roller here, something that can help you support. Pressing the hands on top, shift your weight forward, push your feet down into the floor, down and back with those shoulder blades, squeeze the shoulder blades together, bend the elbows, hug them in, ribs in, obliques out, sits bones in, chest is forward. And you can stay here. Maybe this would be a good place to stay if you're working on not rounding the upper back or the lower back. Or you can stretch the legs straight. And let's move into our Uttanasana, our deep forward fold. Now the knees are relaxed, the quads are relaxed, and you're going to shift your weight forward. Try not to pull back here. Relax the head and neck. You can also use a wall or the back of your couch here for support and lift. Or if it's available, maybe you bring the hands down to the mat. Remember, don't force this. If this particular posture is not available, modify it to where you need it to be. Remember, everyone's frameworks are unique, and this is a beautiful thing. So you do you right here, and deepen your Uttanasana wherever you need to be. Relaxing the knees, relaxing the quads, shifting the weight forward. Press your heels down, spread your toes. Bend the elbows, hug them in, roll the shoulders down and back, and gently squeeze in your shoulder blades. Big deep breath right here, inhale. And exhale. Again, let go of anything you don't need. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. All right, we're going to move into Ardha Uttanasana. So maybe if you're using couch, block, wall, whatever support, you're going to go right back here. This is your option A for Ardha Uttanasana. Shift the weight forward, down and back, then elbows tuck them in, ribs in, obliques out, sits bones in. Do not round, do not curve the spine. Keep it lengthened, and always keep your chest shining forward. Try to draw the hips down, the glutes down. Take a breath, inhale, exhale. You can stay here, or you can find the traditional Ardha Uttanasana. Tent the fingers, walk it out, and then melt. Back into Uttanasana, and then gaze forward. Here's going to be that traditional Ardha Uttanasana. And then go ahead and melt back into Uttanasana. Take a big deep breath. Inhale. And exhale. All right, now you're going to remove your block, your support object, and carefully walk out using those shoulder systems into your Ardha Mukha Shavasana, your downward facing dog. Press your heels down as much as you can. Lift your glutes up, shoulders down and back. Bend the elbows, hug them in. Squeeze the shoulder blades together, tighten. Pack your core, relax the head, the neck. Deep breath, inhale. Exhale. Remember, it's completely okay if your heels do not reach the floor. No worries. You do your best. Lift it up. Another deepest of breaths here. Inhale. And then exhale. Okay, option A is going to be coming on down into Child's Pose Balasana. Connect the big toes, turn the knees out, and then walk your hands forward and find your Balasana. This will be your option A. If you choose this, you'll hang out here for a little while. But you can go to option B, which is from that Ardha Mukha Shavasana, downward facing dog. Remember, you've got maybe 3, maybe 4 feet between your hands and your toes to adjust as needed. From here, we're going to walk it out and extend into Thalakasana plank. Soften the knees, squeeze the glutes. Lift the hips, shoulders down and back, bend the elbows, hug them in. Squeeze the shoulder blades together as you draw them down. Tighten your lats, tighten pack the core. Tighten all the muscles here, but leave the elbow joints, the knee joints nice and neutral. Maybe you shift your weight forward and watch that low back. Don't let it sink. Hold and breathe through all the chaos for 10, 9, just 8, almost there, 7, 6, Shift that weight forward a little bit more. 5, 4, just 3, 2, and 1. Allow the elbows to scrape your sides as you come on down through chaturanga. Now, if you were in that balasana, go ahead and join me in nakrasana, crocodile. Now, crocodile or any type of prone position when you're on your belly could be contraindicated if you have heart issues. So if you've got heart issues, maybe avoid this one and go back to that child's pose. But if you're feeling good, all right. We're going to relax into this nakrasana. Now, holding on to any tension, any stress, any anxiety, I want you to let go with your breath. Inhale. Expand, decompress, open up, exhale. Release what you don't need. Try that one more time, and then focus on the way the rib cage opens and spread, the way the belly pushes forward and out as you expand your lungs and diaphragm. Now, the pelvic floor, as you inhale, is going to descend along with that diaphragm. So here we go. Inhale. And then on the exhale, that diaphragm actually relaxes, but the pelvic floor tenses. Try it one more time. Inhale, and try to pay attention to all the dots here and connect them up. And out. You can stay here. If you're enjoying this, go ahead and stay here. But if you're looking for a little bit more and ready to move on, we're going to find spinal extension. So extend the arms out, shoulders down the back, ribs in, whole planks out, sits bones in. Keep your core active to support your spine here. And then your drishti point, your gazing point, is going to go straight forward. So you want nice neutrality here in the neck. So you don't want to have the chin tucked in. On the same token, you know what? Hyperextended back. So somewhere in the middle here. You can stay here. If this is enough spinal extension, stay here. But if you're looking for just a little more, hands right by the chest, shoulders down back, bend the elbows, hug them in, gazes forward, tighten, pack the core, take a big breath, inhale, and then exhale at the top here. Elbows are soft, shoulder blades are down, squeezing together, tight packed core. Maybe your drishti point goes up to the ceiling, and you lengthen this back in a deep extension. And then exhale on the way down. And let's try that one more time. Here we go. Inhale. All the way up. Exhale here. And then deepen your breath. Inhale. And then exhale on the way down. You may find that really stretches your abdominals and your hip flexors. Right back to nakrasana. Take a deep cleansing breath right here. In. And out. All right, we've got options here. So option A, hands again right by the chest, shoulders down and back, bend the elbows, hug them in, tight packed core. Maybe for your option A, you push back into that balasana, connecting the big toes and turning the knees out. Or you can move into that option B. You're gonna flex the toes, shoulders down, back, bend the elbows, hug them in, tighten, pack your core, drishti point, gazing point, neutral. Take a breath, inhale, start to push your hands into the mat. Exhale. Up through chaturanga, adjust it as needed. Shoulders down and back, bend the elbows, hug them in, soften the knees, squeeze the glutes, lift the hips, shift the weight forward. Hands are just shoulder width apart, and your feet are hip width apart, so adjust as needed. Take a deep breath, inhale. Exhale. I want you to think of breathing through this plank. So find the deepest breath you can while you hold all of this chaos. This deep isometric hold for 10, 9, almost there, 8, 7, or you're holding that balasana, just 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, well done. Extend back here into Adho Mukha Shavasana. 3, 4 feet between your hands and your toes. Press your heels down. Lift your glutes up. Relax your knees. Relax your quads. Shoulders are down and back. Bend the elbows. Hug them in. Feet are hip width. Hands are shoulder width. Take a breath. All right. Keep that deep breathing pattern here. And try to lift the glutes a little higher as you press the heels down a little more. Stretching pretty much the entire posterior chain of your body, so that back body there. Lifting up hamstrings, calves, even your adductors, your low back. Can you stretch here? For 5, just 4, relax the head and neck a little more. 3, just 2, and 1. All right, looking at that right foot, we're going to allow it to just lift a little here. Spiral the hip in so the knees, the toes point to the ground, and maybe lift it up just a little more. But remember, we're not lifting the leg up really high. We're going to keep it low to avoid dumping straight into that lumbar spine, that low back. And instead of dumping into that low back, we're going to engage the leg musculature. So, flex the hammies, even the calves, flex your foot. Then when you're ready, gently walk it through, and let's find our Anjaneyasana. So lift up. All right, couple things here. So remember, with Anjaneyasana and any lunge in general, the knee is going to line up right with the ankle. We're going to try to avoid pushing the knee past the toes. Lift the spine, shoulders down and back. Gently squeeze the shoulder blades together, ribs in, obliques out, sits bones in. Now you can find rider's pose right here, or maybe your hands are just resting right by your sides. Take a big deep breath, inhale, and exhale. All right, so a couple things here. Maybe if you do just kind of tuck the left glutes under a little, you can kind of feel the stretch and the hip flexors on that left side. So maybe tuck isn't the best word. Maybe it's more like a pulling under of those glutes. That might be enough to really stretch those hip flexors out. If you're looking for more, let's go ahead and raise up that right arm. You're going to tilt over. And then you're going to stretch. Lats on the right side here. Shoulder down, ribs in, obliques out, sits bones in. Take a big deep breath. Inhale. Exhale. And then open up to the other side. So take that left arm, shoulders down and back, tighten, pack the core. And hello, hip flexors. There they are. So on the left side, those hip flexors, maybe you lean it back a little, but keep that core tight to support that spinal extension. A little bit more if you can for 5, just 4, 3, 2, and then 1. Being very careful, mindful. Maneuver yourself back to Adho Mukha Shavasana, the downward facing dog. Adjust as needed. Take a big deep breath. Inhale. Exhale. Connect all the dots. And then looking at that left foot, go ahead and allow it to rise up. Spiral the hip in, knee toes pointing to the ground. Just engaging the musculature of that left leg. Not the low back. Go ahead and bring it through inch by inch by inch until you are in your Anjaneyasana. Go ahead and relax that back foot. Again, the knee is going to line up with the ankle. Find riders, down and back, ribs in, obliques out, suspends and lengthen that spine. And then again, it might be enough to stretch the hip flexors by gently pulling the right glutes under. Or maybe I'm going to lift up that left arm, and other arm goes down. We're going to stretch the lats on the left side here. Take a big deep breath. Inhale. And exhale. Then when you're ready, let's find those hip flexors. So open up, other side. Take that right arm, stretch it over to the left. Maybe lean back. Hello, right side hip flexors. There they are. Keep that breath deep and even. Maybe you find a little bit of spinal extension here, but keep the core tight to support. Inhale and exhale for 4, just 3, just 2, and 1. Okay, very carefully. Bring the hands down, back to the Adho Mukha Shavasana right here. Adjust it as needed. Lift those glutes, press the heels down, shoulders down, back, bend the elbows, hug them in, tighten, pack your core. Gently squeeze in your shoulder blades and breathe. Relax the knees and quads. Inhale and exhale. We're going to find one more vinyasa down. So from here, walking the hands out into your plank. Shoulders down and back, bend the elbows, hug them in, soften the knees, squeeze the glutes, lift, shift, tight muscles, neutral joints. Hold. 10, 9, 8, 7, just 6, 5, 4, almost there, 3, 2, and 1. Let your elbows fit your sides through chaturanga, and then right away, inhale. Find that spinal extension. You can stop at any point along the journey and lower this down. And then here we go. Inhale, then exhale, all the way down. And then from here, we're going to go ahead and flex the toes, shoulders down and back, then the elbows hug them in. You can find that option A back into Balasana, or join me for option B. Inhale, exhale, Right back here, Adho Mukha Shavasana. You're nearly done. All right, so you got some options. Option A is to walk the feet in towards the hands, or option B would be to jump. Back to your Utkatasana, that fierce. Down and back, ribs in. Openings out, sits bones in. Lengthen your spine, tighten pack your core. Press your palms together, squeeze your shoulder blades together. I want you to feel the power, the grounding of this posture. Lower it down and take a breath. Inhale. And then remember, we're going to use the muscular track of the legs, the core, the glutes, not the back to lift. Lift it up. And then right back here, heart center, Anjali Mudra. Then extend into your Tadasana. Take another deep breath here. And Samasthiti, your ending posture. Another deep breath. Inhale. Just kind of really seal this here. And then go ahead and shake it out. And then come on down to quadruped position. So being really careful here. We're going to find some cat-cows. So this is fairly common yoga flow. We're going to change it up a little though. We're going to bring it down to the forearms. Now bringing it down to the forearms changes the whole thing. So it's going to change the lever, the positioning. So you may feel deeper stretch in the shoulders and the core. Press your palms down, press your elbows into the mat, making sure that you don't have any weird angles here. They're just two parallel lines. Shoulders down back, squeeze the shoulder blades together, tighten pack the core, take a breath, inhale. Allow that pelvis to tilt anteriorly or forward as you find your deep spinal extension. So this is your Vidhalasana, your cow. And on your exhale, you're going to allow that pelvis to tilt posteriorly or towards the floor or inward as you find that deep spinal flexion. Now again, you may note deep stretch in the core, deep stretch in the shoulder systems. If you find though that you're not a fan of this particular way of doing it, you can always go back right here to pressing into the palms and find your cat-cow, the more traditional way. So find where you need to be. And then here we go. Inhale, gaze is going to be forward, and then exhale. Yep, you are going to tuck your chin here and extend that neck a little here, but try to make sure that it's not extreme in either direction. Keep breathing here. Inhale. Extend and tilt that pelvis. Exhale. Flex. Now that pelvic tilt, well, we always generally want to keep a nice neutral pelvis. In this particular flow, that pelvic tilt is really helping you here to open up that low back. Specifically, cat-cow helps us with spinal viscosity, reducing that spinal viscosity. What that means is opening up the spinal fluid and the spinal cord. So maybe start to visualize that here as you do this. Inhale. And then exhale. We're going to do one more. Reducing that viscosity in the spine. We got it. In. And then out. And then come on up right here carefully to a Virasana. Just roll your shoulders out. Wiggle it out as needed. And then come on up to standing. We're going to maneuver into our warrior series. So it's warrior 2. So we're going to start nice wide stance. So warrior 2, Virabhadrasana 2. We're going to start what we call straddle or Prasarita Kanottanasana. So extend your wingspan, shoulders down and back, soften the elbows, press your arms down, and kind of like you're lifting them up at the same time to find that resistance in your upper body. Again, you're going to squeeze those shoulder blades together, tighten, pack the core. Take a breath right here. Inhale. And exhale. All right, we're going to swivel that right foot out. So turn it out quite a bit actually. But as you swivel that foot, note you did not swivel the hips. The hips stayed square and boxed towards the center. So you've got your box still maintained. Square shoulders, square hips. Press the arms back a little bit more. Try to pull the ribs together a little bit more. Then you're going to bend that right knee directly over the right ankle. Now, a couple things here. Maybe you need to shorten the stride. This is perfectly acceptable. Maybe you need to lengthen the stride. Find where this needs to be on you and adapt it. Use your glutes, push your knees out over the ankle. Maybe you're able to deepen your warrior 2, your Virabhadrasana 2. Now your drishti point is right out over your fingertips. Hold. This is a strong and powerful posture. So push into that floor and then pull some power up from your entire body. Keep breathing for 5, 4, just 3. Maybe go a little bit deeper. 2 and 1. All right, side angle bend. Holding here, remember we're not gonna lean down, we're gonna lift, we're gonna engage that core. So arm back, draw the shoulder down, maybe lift the other arm up just a little. Hello core, drishti point straight up to the ceiling, ribs in, obliques out, sit bones in, deepen it. Take a breath. And keep going for 4, 3, don't let that knee knock in, use your glutes, push it open, out of the ankle, 2 and 1. Then from here, you're going to exalt your warrior. So draw that left arm down, lift the right arm up, find a little bit of spinal extension. Make sure that this knee is not locked out. Engage the quads, the glutes, the hamstrings to support that knee. Inhale and exhale. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now I want you to go right back here into your warrior 2. And you've got an option. We're going to launch. We're going to go into Ardha Chandrasana, balancing half moon. So kind of stretch yourself up here. Make sure this knee is not locked out. And then, keeping that leg open, flex the foot. Maybe this is it. Maybe this is your Ardha Chandrasana. Or maybe, kind of bring it down a little bit. Down, down, down. Cats are always optional, except in my house. Down, 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 down. And hold. 3, 2, and 1. Back to your warrior 2. Kind of readjust. Take a breath. And then go ahead, shake it out and release any stress, any tension that you may have gotten hold of there. And then breathe up. Inhale. Restore, reset, exhale. Down and back. Ribs in, obliques out, sits bones in. Paschimottanasana, Padottanasana. Your wide straddle. Down and back again. Draw those arms back. Ribs in, obliques out, sits bones in. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. And then your Vajrasana 2 on the other side. So swivel that foot. Don't lose your box though. Keep the hips and shoulders square. And then you're going to take that knee and bend it right in line with the ankle. Find your power. Push down through your feet. Bring the arms back. Find resistance in your arms, your upper body. Drishti point right past your fingertips. Soften the elbows. Rely on the muscles that surround your elbow joints instead. Biceps, triceps, forearm muscles, and deepen this. Pushing into the floor. Inhale. And exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Use those glutes. Push that knee right out over the ankles. And then here we go, side angle bend. Keep it lifted. Option to bring the other arm up. Open up, revolve. And you go deeper. Inhale. Engage that core for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Exalt your warrior. Keeping that knee bent right out over that ankle. Draw the right arm down. Lift the left arm up. Draw the shoulders down and extend if you can a little more for 5, 4, just 3, 2, and 1. Okay, go ahead and launch yourself up here. So you're kind of in a mini warrior 2. You get that foot pointing out, this one pointing this way. Down and back, ribs in, obliques out, sits bones in. And then maybe, this is where you need to be today for your Ardha Chandrasana, that balancing half moon. Or maybe you join me. Coming down, down. Lift that leg up, flex the foot. Just 4, 3, 2, and 1. Whew, okay, go ahead and shake that off. That's a lot of leg power right there. Inhale and exhale. All right, beautifully done. We're going to bring this down really carefully into a Virasana. Now, Virasana, or a hero's pose, you can find just a basic kneeling pose, or you can join me in finding a little bit of internal hip rotation. So you're going to take those feet and kind of bring them out and allow your hips to kind of sink in below, in between the heels. If this hurts your knees, you can also grab something to sit on here in your Virasana, and that may help take that pressure off the knees. So a pillow will do, a cushion, anything like that. So settle into the Virasana where you need to be. Hands hands to heart center, Anjali Mudra down and back, ribs in, obliques out, sits bones in. Take a big deep breath, inhale, and exhale. You've got your feet plantar flexed. They are not dorsal flexed. So just let your feet be really neutral here. And hold, internally rotating those hips. Remember, you can support this. You can lift up out of this. You can go to a normal kneeling position. You can ditch this all together if it's not helping. For 5, 4, just 3, 2, and 1. Okay, carefully release that. Shake it out if you need to. And then we're going to bring ourselves into Ustrasana or camel. So find your tall kneeling position again. You can do this standing. If the knees are not tolerating having this compression, stand up. Down and back, ribs in, obliques out, spins in. Let's go ahead and start. So of course the knees are hip width apart. You're going to keep your heels hip width apart too. So we're going to just fist and then bring those fists right at the sacrum. Shoulders down and back, bend your elbows, try to hug them in a little. Ribs in, obliques out, spins in, and lengthen that spine as much as you can. And kind of pretend like you're just kind of extending over an enormous fluffy pillow. Your gaze is right up at the ceiling. This is Ustrasana. You can go right here, you can go right here, you can go right here. So go where your framework allows you to go. You can also find traditional Ustrasana right here. Training the knees out a little bit, grabbing at those heels, shoulders down and back. Drishti point right up the ceiling. Hold. 8. Push your hips forward here. Tighten pack the core to support. Just 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Carefully using the core, bring yourself down. Then everybody maneuver into Balasana, your child's pose. Connect the big toes, turn the knees out. Squinch those hands forward as you pull the tailbone back. Then maybe you start to sway a little here. That little sway in your Balasana can indicate a heck of a whole lot. Tightness in the lumbar spine, the low back, and the T-spine, the upper middle back. Maybe you're tight in your lats and you're starting to really feel that. Maybe the pecs, maybe the hip flexors are starting to loosen up with all that compression. Whatever it is, I want you to breathe deep here with that deep cleansing breath and resolve any tension. Inhale and exhale. Looks like Cosmo the cat has joined us today for yoga. Keep breathing for 5, 4, just 3, 2, and 1. Okay, you can always opt to stay in your Balasana, your child's pose, or join me for Parigasana or gate. So back here into a tall kneeling position. Shoulders down and back, ribs in, obliques out, sits bones in. Squeeze your shoulder blades together and draw the shoulders down. TD arms, extend your wingspan. We're going to take that left leg. So just kind of shoot it out to the side there. Toes are going to be forward, but if you feel like that really strains your ankle, you can turn them out a little. We're trying to find the toes along the mat though. Lift, lengthen that spine, take a breath, inhale. And let's find Parigasana or gate. All right, right arm up and over. Left arm to the side here and hold. Maybe you extend back a little. Tight packed core. Hold that Parigasana, that gate. Inhale and exhale for 5, 4, 3. Drishti point right up at your hand. 2 and 1. Okay, right back here. Now carefully, a controlled fall. Reach for that floor, that mat. Then lift the left leg up. Flex the foot, toes are pointing forward as opposed to pointing up towards the ceiling. Lift the leg and take a breath. Inhale. Just 5. Keep breathing. 4. As deep as you can. 3. Lengthen that leg as much as you can, but don't hyperextend your knee joints. 2. And 1. And then carefully lifting back here. Hands up overhead. And do a humble warrior modification. Down and back. Ribs in. Obliques out, sits bones in. Now hinge. Send your glutes back. Keep those shoulders pulling together. And then you can stop here. You can use a block, a wall, a couch to support, or keep going all the way down. Rest the forehead on the mat. Hello, adductors, the upper inner thighs. Shift your weight forward. Get a little deeper. Compression into those right hip flexors. Keep breathing. Inhale. And exhale. Squeeze those palms together. Keep your upper body active. We're going to hold this one longer for 10, 9, 8, 7, just 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Carefully maneuver yourself back up. Let's find that other side. First, restore, reset. Inhale. And exhale. Down and back, ribs in, obliques out, sit bones in. Right leg, shoot it out. Now, toes are facing forward unless your ankle is just too much bothered by that. And then you can kind of turn it out a little. Again, down and back, tighten back the core, extend your wingspan. Shoulders down and back. Let's find that Parigasana, other side. So, here we go. Gate. Now lift and lengthen a little bit more. Hello, obliques. Hello, lats. Maybe tighten the core a little bit more. If you extend it back, take a breath. Inhale. Exhale, holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Controlled fall. Up we go. Lift that arm up, stack your shoulders, bend that left elbow, hug it in. Lift that leg. Okay. Lift it up. Soften the knee, but tighten the muscles that surround and support the knee. Quads, glutes, hamstrings, toes are forward. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, here we go. Bring it up. Humble warrior. Down and back. Ribs in, obliques out, sits bones in. Now hinge. Maybe you stop here. Maybe you find something to support you. Maybe you bring it all the way down. Use your core. Do not flop, folks. Use your core. Bring it forward. Ooh, all right. Hello, adductors. Right side adductors, your upper inner thighs compressing. The left hip flexors. Breathe. Those deep cleansing breaths. Clasp your palms together. Maybe you push this forward a little bit more. Maybe you feel like you need to pull it back a little. For 10, 9, 8, 7, just 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Carefully maneuvering right out of that. Come on down here. Grab your strap. We're going to work some shoulder mobility with that strap. But before we get there, remember straps are optional if you have a belt. A T-towel, that might work. Come on down, all the way down. Keeping the core tight as you roll through those vertebrae on your way down. All right, so here we go. Spinal breath. I want you to think about that spine, each and every part here. You're gonna give it some breathing room. So in this position, supine, you are not compressing the spine. Gravity's not pushing down as it would be when you're standing. So let that spine breathe as much as you can. Start to visualize each and every part of that vertebral column, starting with the vertebrae themselves. Let's start with that coccyx. It's mostly fused, not a lot of movement there. Moving up, you have the sacrum. Again, mostly fused. The coccyx and the sacrum don't move a lot, but they do something called nutation, where they bob a little bit as you walk, run, skip, jump. Moving up, you have got that lumbar spine. Now this is an area that is problematic for a lot of folks. It is vulnerable. There are 5 lumbar vertebrae, and they do not like to twist. Moving up, you have the thoracic spine, the T-spine. There are 12, and these are your twisters. These like to twist, and they help you when you walk, run, skip, jump, and move. Moving up, you have the cervical spine. There are 7, and the top 2, the atlas and the axis, are thick vertebrae that help keep that head upright, moving, and keep it strong, your head and neck. Breathe, the inhale for each and every vertebrae, and then exhale, finding a little bit of space between each and every one, keeping your natural curvatures, which are really important. Those natural curvatures help to distribute gravity properly through your spine. So don't try to disappear any of your curves. Just let them be. Then moving on, let's think about those discs that are in between each and every vertebrae. These can be troublesome because they can become compressed. They can also shift and they can herniate, which is not fun. So considering each and every disc that's in between each and every vertebrae. Inhale. Find a little space, a little breathing room for those discs. Exhale. No stress, no tension. None of that in the spine. Moving on, let's consider those little facet joints that articulate all parts of your spine. Breathe them, a little bit of breathing room. Inhale. And then exhale. Moving on, considering the spinal cord. This is vital to everything. It can become compressed and cause lots of issues. Stress, poor posture, lots of reasons. So let's breathe it open. Inhale. Let that spinal fluid move free, then exhale. And last, but certainly not least, consider the nerves that branch along every part of your vertebral column. It's like a tree, and these nerves are vital to every part of your nervous system, your health, your body. They can become compressed. I want you to visualize them opening up. Inhale. Open your nerves. Exhale. Release any tension, any stress. It's not going to be held in the spine. And when you're ready, let's go ahead and find that core. So reach for your strap here, or T-towel, or your belt, whatever's going to work. If you've got a strap, fold it in half. If you've got your T-towel, lift it up. Your hands are shoulder width apart. Now start to pull on the strap. Soften the elbows as you do this and feel this engage. The biceps, triceps, the forearm muscles. Now remember, we're keeping the spine stress-free. We're not going to stiffen it or imprint it or try to flex it in order to help us find the core. Remember, it doesn't work that way. So keeping your spine neutral, I want you to activate your core as you pull that strap like you're going to rip it in half. Ribs in, obliques out, sits bones in. The spine did not engage here as you found that core. Inhale. And exhale. Start to push your feet in the floor. Engage the lower body. So you're engaging the entire body here. The push of your feet in the floor engages that lower body. The pull of the strap, the upper. The core is on. The spine is supported and neutral. Take a breath. Inhale. You're going to find some shoulder flexion here all the way down if you can, but it's okay if you can't. Keeping your spine absolutely neutral. Maybe you guide those palms down again, okay? If you can't, stop where you need to. Then on your exhale, lift to some shoulder extension. All the way back down. And then find a flow. Inhale. And exhale. You're keeping that deep connection with your entire body. That push of your feet in the floor. That pull on the strap. The tightening of the core to support that neutral spine. Just two more here. Inhale. And then exhale, and then we're going to add Setu Bandhasana, Sharvangasana. So this is bridge. So when you're ready, you can always stay here, or you can start to join me in lifting up into that bridge lift. Lift the hips and pause right here. No stress, you need to adjust your head and neck, but don't stress it out. Pull, push your feet in the floor. If the knees ache, bring them farther away from the glutes. But if you want more quads, and the knees are okay, bring the heels in, lift, hello quads. Push your feet in the floor and then tuck your heels in towards your glutes. Pull the strap. Take a big deep breath. Inhale. And then start to find that flow. This is power. This is everything you have together. The body is synergy. Nothing is ever isolated, ever. So considering that, keep pushing those feet in the floor, spreading your toes, pulling on your strap, lifting your hips. If this irritates any part of your back, ditch it. And then bring your knees to your chest in that Apanasana. Just three more here. Inhale. And then exhale. Last two. Mindful and steady. With a lot of power here, a lot of intention. Inhale. And exhale. Let's do one more for good measure here. In. And then out. All right, I want you to relax it. No more tension. No more activation. You're just going to relax. Go ahead and let that tip over. All right, you can stay in Shavasana, or you can join me in a supine Baddha Konasana. The soles of your feet are going to be together. Again, releasing the spine. Let the hip flexors release, let the adductors release, the upper inner thighs. The pelvic floor will release here as well. Release your core. The core does not have to be tightened on 24/7. You need to know when to turn it on and when to release it. Inhale. Exhale. I want you to breathe deeper into this. Again, if this doesn't work, maybe you find dreamer's pose or daydreamers and knock your knees in and find that internal hip rotation. So find one that works for you. I think for me today, the internal hip rotation is going to be better. But I want you to hold either that supine Baddha Konasana, cobblers, or your daydreamers, your internal hip rotation. Big deep breath, inhale. And exhale for 5, 4, just 3, 2, and 1. Carefully maneuver yourself out of wherever you were there. Keeping your spine neutral, you're going to take your strap or your T-towel or whatever you're using, or you could ditch it altogether. And you're going to bring your legs up into an inversion. Viparita, Karani. Flex your feet, relax your knees, relax your quads, and start to pull. Alright, pull. Try to lengthen the spine here. Yep, you are going to flex a little bit in that lumbar spine. That's okay. This is my version of Halasana plow. Now, traditional plow is extremely contraindicated. It's really bad for your neck. So I would suggest that you hold off on that plow and find this one instead. Keep breathing. Inhale. Exhale. Maybe pull those toes down if you can. Remember, maybe you're right here, maybe you're right here. Everybody's going to be different. Everyone's unique. So work within your own framework. Hold. 10, 9, almost there. Drishti point is just right at your toes. 8, flex your feet, flex your calves. So feeling stretch. 7, just 6, almost there. 5, just 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, go ahead and ditch your strap or whatever you're using, but keep your legs out in that inversion, that Viparita Karani. Down and back, ribs in, obliques out, sit bones in. Now, clasp the hands, squeeze the palms together, and you're going to find a little bit of pendulum. You're just going to guide those legs over to the right. Maybe it's only an inch or two, but you keep your hands, your shoulders right here, centered. So you're keeping that box, shoulders and hips, as you guide the legs side to side in a pendulum. Inhale and exhale. Inhale. Now note the arms, the shoulders, they are not moving. You're just articulating through that core, the lumbar spine, hips, legs. Keep breathing. One more each side. And then last one. Inhale. And then exhale it back up. And then everybody to Apanasana, knees to chest. Maybe you sway it out. Apanasana is a great way to release the sciatic nerve. Now this is the biggest nerve you have in your body, and it's like a giant U. Kind of originates behind the pieces bones, posterior, superior, iliac spine, so back your hips there. And then travels down the backs of both legs. Terminates right there at your feet. Super grouchy nerve. It has lots of opportunities to become compressed. So I want you to think about opening it up here. This is a great way to open it up. Inhale and exhale. Just one more each side. Think of that nerve opening up just like you did with those spinal nerves. And then one more for good measure here. And then option to move into happy baby. Flex the feet, open up, and then keep your sway. Happy baby, major hip opener. You can find traditional happy baby right here. Just gently pressing down that sacrum a little bit. Not a lot of stress there. You can stretch one leg and then stretch the other leg. You can find your nuclear option, which is stretch both legs at the same time. That really gets the adductors, the hamstrings, opens the hips. So find where you need to be for the next 8, just 7, almost there, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, go ahead and bring that down. we're gonna find a Shivananda flow. So, kind of one more hard posture before we relax. So go ahead and bring yourself back into Virasana, your hero's pose, down and back, ribs in, obliques out, sit bones in, restore, reset, inhale, and then exhale. All right, carefully maneuvering into Adho Mukha Shavasana. Lift the glutes, press the heels down 3 to 4 feet between the hands and the toes. Shoulders down, back, bend the elbows, tuck them in, tighten, pack your core. Squeeze your shoulder blades together, relax your knees, relax your quads. And here we go. Walk it back out into your plank. Now Shivananda flow. We're going to flow a difficult position, and then we're going to go to child's pose. So down and back, bend the elbows, tuck them in, squeeze those shoulder blades together, tighten your lats, turn them on. Soften the knees, soften the elbows, but turn on all the other muscles. Shift your weight forward and hold here a little bit longer. For 15, 14, I need to adjust that hand. There we go. Adjust as needed. 13, 12, 11, 10, just 9, 8, 7, 6, almost there, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. You're going to roll it over right away into Vashisthasana, side plank. Now, you can bring a knee down, leg out, or maybe you stack one on top of the other. Lift your hips, try to stack your shoulders. All right, here we go. 8, squeeze the legs together, soften the knees. 7, 6, almost there, 5, 4, 3, open up, revolve, open, 2, and 1. Okay guys, back here, and then rotate it out to the other side. So pushing into that palm. You can always go to forearms here too. Adjust this as you need. Maybe you stack, soften the knees, squeeze the legs together, lift those hips. 8, 7, almost there, 6, 5, 4, revolve open, 3, 2, and 1. Okay. Now here, we're gonna find our low crouch. All right. Now, we're gonna find Bakasana or crow. Keep in mind, there are many ways to approach this. Hands forward, start to sway forward and back. Maybe this is where you stay. Keeping that core tight, keeping it active. Inhale and exhale. Remember the hands are shoulder width apart. Maybe, just maybe, you start to lift. You fit those knees kind of right on the insides there. The elbows, the triceps, you can actually even be higher up too. So just kind of play around with this. Maybe you lift with one foot and bring it down. Keeping the core tight to support the flexion in your spine here. Maybe, when you're ready, you lift both. And you find that crow. And then you come back down. You can hold crow here. If you're really familiar with that posture, I invite you to hold your crow. Or you can stay with me right here in that low crouch. But you're going to hold your position here for 8, 7, just 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, you are done with your Shivananda flow. Balasana, folks. Okay, release it. Sway side to side for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come on up into Virasana or Sukhasana, which is the easy pose, crisscross applesauce. Roll your wrists, loosen them up. That was a lot of wrist work. You need to be able to load the wrists though, because they need that strengthening. They need that exercise to remain strong. If though your wrists are always kind of painful, you can fist it out. But let's go ahead and find our position for final relaxation. Maybe you find the fan favorite, which is Shavasana right here. Palms up in your Shavasana. Maybe you roll over into a fetal position, left side. You can roll to the right side. Maybe you roll onto your belly. If you struggle to slow down, being prone may be helpful, but remember, if you have heart issues, avoid prone. Maybe Sukhasana right here, or child's pose. Just find a position that's going to work for you so that you can fully relax. You can find that breath deep and even. And then wherever we're at right here, let's begin. Maybe the eyes close, but maybe they don't. Maybe you keep them open and you just softly unfocus that gaze. Inhale. And exhale. Start to pay attention to your breath. The speed, the sound, the feeling. How does your breath sound? How does it feel? Is your breath shallow? Is it constricted? Is it free, light? There's not a right or wrong answer. I just want you to notice here. And then actively work as you actively pay attention to slow your breath and deepen it. Inhale. And then exhale. Release. Allow yourself to go deeper. Allow yourself to bring your gaze inward. It may help to kind of unspin all those spinning, swirling thoughts. Visualize pushing the frantic, crazy, frenetic pace of the world, all the cares, all the worries, all the anxiety surrounding us now. Just push it away. Let the air swirl it away from you. And be free for the next few moments. It'll be there waiting for us when we're ready. Let's find a little freedom right here. Inhale. And exhale. Go. Go a little deeper. Maybe it would help to visualize Ajna, your third eye, your pineal gland deep in the center of your brain. Maybe visualize light emanating from this command center. Let that light spill out till it's a glow that just surrounds you and pulses, emanates light, love, calm, and peace. Inhale. Let your light expand. Exhale. Go a little deeper. Maybe with that expanding light, you also start to seek out any stress, any tension that you're harboring anywhere in your body. As humans, we tend to hold our stress, our tension, our trauma in our tissues. So wherever it is, with your inhale, loosen it up. With your exhale, let it go. Maybe it's in your facial muscles, and you allow them to smooth, unsquint your eyes, relax your jaw. Maybe it's your neck, your shoulders, trap spine, quads, hips, glutes, fingers, toes, wherever that stress is, that tension. Inhale. Loosen it up. Exhale. Just let it go. Let it swirl away from you, far away. Don't invite it back in. Inhale. And exhale. Go deeper. In addition to that stress, that tension, that worry, that anxiety, maybe you're ready to let go of other things that are holding you back. Self-defeatism, negative self-talk, self-doubt, anger, fear, resentment. All of these things hold us back. They damn us. Inhale. And exhale. Open up that dam. Let the floodgates open and just let it go. You don't need it. It doesn't serve you. Inhale. And exhale. Release. With all that newly created space, fill yourself up with what you do need. Light, love, gratitude, joy. These things surround us all, although they can be really hard to see sometimes, maybe especially now. But more than ever, we need to tap in. So maybe it would help to think about what brings you that light, that love, that gratitude, that joy. Maybe it's family, maybe it's friends, maybe it's your hobbies, your work, maybe it's the animals in your life, your pets, whatever it is. Inhale it here. Inhale. To every cell, every atom, exhale. Release what you don't need, what you know doesn't serve you. And continue to go a little deeper, a little further. Inhale. Fill yourself up with all that is good, all that you need. Then exhale what you don't. Remember who you are. You are strong. You are bright. You are beautiful. You are of worth, of value. You are enough. You are all of this and so much more than you give yourselves credit for. Inhale. That knowledge to every cell, every atom. Then exhale what you don't need. One more thing. We are power, and our power resides in our ability to choose what we do, what we nurture, and what we hold close. Inhale. And then exhale. The next few moments are yours for quiet breath, quiet contemplation. Wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. If you're not ready, I invite you to stay right where you're at until you feel like you are. Maybe start to move the limbs, roll the shoulders. Again, stay where you are if you need to. But if you're feeling ready, join me in Virasana, Sukhasana, or any posture that feels good. Let's find our ceiling breaths all together. Inhale. All that you need, light, love, gratitude, joy, right to your heart. And again, inhale. Everything you need right here. Exhale. And one more time. Big breath in. The biggest one you can muster today. Then exhale. And then pause. Allow your eyes to close one more time. Find that quiet for one more small moment. Inhale. Exhale. Namaste. Namaste means the light in me honors the light in you. Thank you for joining me today. You guys are beautiful. You are amazing. Keep reaching out to each other. I know that we are all physically apart, but keep loving on each other. Keep making sure that those around you are okay and that they're safe. Enjoy that beautiful weather, that sunshine. And I will see you next time. This is Shar signing off.